Okay, can you guys hear us?
It's a yes. Hello. Hello. Okay.
Say yes.
They're saying we see you but no audio.
We see you, no
Yeah,
audio.
wow.
I'm
On
not on
mute?
mute.
Really? Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, they can hear us. Okay.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, then we'll just get started. Welcome to our presentation on BYUI social media, but on magnetization. I'm joined by Emma and Michael and Samantha, and we are just going to dive right in. So this is basically how it's going to work. We have a bracket system, and each of us had a social media page that we were going to look at. And I was in charge of the BYUI main page, and then Emma was in charge of the Crossroads. Samantha was in charge of the sports page, and then Michael was in charge of the campus life. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the social media page and what it is successful in and maybe what it lacks. And then you guys are going to vote on which one goes to the next stage. And then we're going to pit the last two against each other and pick a winner. So first, we're going to start off by introducing the BYUI main page and the Crossroads page. So now we're going to take a look at the pages themselves. As you can see, they are a little bit different. Posts are varied because, with the BYUI main page, there's almost 3,000 posts with 2,500. And then with the Crossroads, it's only about 1,200. And then with the follower count, obviously the main page has a lot more followers than the Crossroads page, and then the following is also very different. The BYUI main page, it has a lot of carousels, but it also has a good, healthy mix of stories and reels. And with the Crossroads, it's very much more a reel-based with, they have those popular icons as well. So we're going to go through the pros and cons. I'll talk about the pros and cons for the main, and then I'll hand it over to Emma, who's going to talk about the Crossroads pros and cons. So first, with the main page, is that the pro is that it's very popular. There's a lot of people, and there's a lot of engagement within that space. And they're very consistent in their posting schedule, and they have really good engagement on their comments as well. When it comes down to making sure that people know about what's going on in campus. But the con, of course, with that is that with so much information, they kind of get convoluted just a little bit because, it's not as easy to sift through the information on the main page, and you would probably want to go to one of the more specific pages for that specific content. So I'm going to just head over to Emma to let her talk about her stuff.
Okay, perfect. So, some pros. Oh, by the way, while we're talking about this, write in the chat which you'd pick to advance to the next bracket. So if you want BYUI main or Crossroads, based on the pros and cons we're talking about, just write in the chat which one you want to advance. Okay, so pros of the Crossroads page is they have a highlight bubble of all the food places that are in the Crossroads, which is very helpful for students. And if a student wanted to go to a specific place, but they don't know about it, then they can just click that highlight bubble and it'll give them the info about that restaurant. And so that's very helpful. And another pro is that they have a location of the Crossroads in their bio. And so students can know where to go to get food on campus, which is just very helpful and convenient. And then a con is they don't really seem to have a consistent posting schedule, and their content is a little chaotic with it's mainly reel based, and the videos are very hectic. So it just depends on the type of audience. A person might like that and a person might not. So that's why it's seen as a con. And then we'll move on to the next.
Yeah, we'll turn the time over to Michael, who's going to introduce the next two.
All right, everybody. Today, me and Samantha are going to be talking about BYUI sports and campus life. So just a brief overview of these two pages. We can see that BYUI sports has posted almost 900 posts and has 13K followers, while BYUI campus life has posted 410 posts and almost has 14K followers. And so now we'll go over and talk about kind of the pros and cons for each. And so the pros for the campus life page, from what I've done like research on, is that they're very consistent with their posts. They post up almost every day, and they kind of do like a recap of the events that happen every day on campus. And the con that I've seen from their posts is they don't have a lot of variety. So being able to see more or like different posts, for example, of like an event that has happened on campus might help them a lot in the long run. And so, Samantha, what do you think about sports?
Okay, so the BYUI sports page is super consistent when they're posting. It feels like they have a very strong branding, and their video team is like top notch. Like I'm just blown away with stuff, in my opinion. They do have lots of followers, and they follow about a 90 to 10 percent. What's it called? 90-10% ratio of posting about sports events versus like trendy posts. With that being said, though, some of the cons are like some of their content does feel repetitive. Like they are really good at letting you know what the events are, but it feels like there's just an overload. I think if they had another content pillar, it'd help. And then during the semester breaks, they're super consistent, but obviously people aren't here during the breaks, so that makes sense. And even though they have a lot of followers, they don't have as much engagement compared to that. And so that's a little bit about BYU. We are really, I can't say words correctly, tallying up the votes, and it looks like Crossroads won. And then, hang on, guys, some things are still coming in. Let's see, we have Crossroads and, ooh, looks like Campus Life. Okay, okay. Let's do that. Let's get that on there. Okay, let's get the bracket up there. Let's see. Okay, okay. Guys, I got it. I got it. It's right here. Remove from C. And then adding this one. Hey, you got to be honest when you're doing these type of things, okay? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So we have Crossroads and Campus Life. So let's see. Who did Crossroads again? Was that Emma? What are your thoughts on Crossroads and why should they win the bracket?
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so why I think the Crossroads should win the bracket is because I like how much information they give students. Every post is very informative. It might be a little bit chaotic on the funny side, so maybe not so serious and educational, I guess, but we're college students, so we can vibe with that content. And I just think that they're very relatable and they give good information. So that's why I think that they should win.
Okay. Mikey, what are your thoughts on Campus Life? Why should they win the bracket? And don't forget, guys, to vote down below.
All right. I love Campus Life. I have a few friends that work there, but I think their social media page has done really well with promoting events here on campus, like in a funny way. They do a bunch of little like skits or like voiceover reels that I see a lot, and so I just think they're a very funny and fun page, and it connects with the students a lot. And so yeah, I think they should win because they're all about it.
And while you guys are voting and while those votes are coming in, make sure that you guys like pull out your phone and see if you are following one of these two social media pages and see if you can interact with a little bit of their content and see what you guys like while those votes are coming in.
Okay, it's very heavy on the Crossroads right now. I do feel like that's the vibe to go with. All right. Any last minute things? All right. Tallies are in. And with that, I can add something to the share. We're doing great, guys. Hey, you got to be honest on these things. For real, for real. Okay. And would you look at that? Guys, the Crossroads won.
Crazy.
W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
Oh, wait. There's a recount? There's a recount?
No.
Wait a minute. Okay, hang on. Campus life. Wait, hold up. Hold
There's way more
up.
campus
There is? Okay, guys. I pulled up the
bias.
wrong one.
Oh,
I'm
Scratch
so
that.
sorry.
Scratch that.
scratch that.
Look at this. Look at
We
this.
take that back.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't, Crossroads? Okay, why
They're
not
amazing.
Crossroads? Let's put that out there. Why
Yeah.
not
Why not
Crossroads?
Crossroads?
Yeah.
They're amazing. I think they're really good social media page as well.
It's true.
So
So true.
they're hilarious. Shout out to Dallin, for running the page, for making content.
And here's the official bracket. Thank you guys so much for participating. We appreciate you guys so much. Have a great day, and yeah, go follow these accounts and give them some love and support. All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Bye.